એક તો તાપડિયા જેવું છે. મેડમ હું જરા સામે બધાને બેસવા તો અહીંયા બોલો. મેડમને અહીંયા આગળ કોઈ જ નહીં હોય, સોફા ખાલી દેખાય. ફરીને મેડમ અરે ગૌરવ સર,
Hello. Good afternoon, Parin ma'am. We are ready with the presentation. Kindly let us know whenever you are ready. The audience is settling down in the hall. It will take hardly 5 more minutes to settle down and then we can start. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm from the organization.
તે ઉઠ્યું પછી મેં કીધું ચાલ ભાઈ ચલાવી દેવા દે.
Actually, I got a very cold and a sore throat. Please do not worry. No? Yes, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me? You ready? When you're ready, let me know. Yeah? Can you hear me now? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon to
Doc-
everyone, respected dignitaries, keynote speakers, esteemed guests, and dear participants. Once again, I warmly welcome you all to the continuation of our first international symposium. We hope everyone had a referencing lunch break and is ready to engage in the insightful sessions planned for this session. To begin the afternoon session, I would like to invite all of you to participate in the proceedings as we continue our journey of knowledge, sharing, collaboration, and inspiration. It is now my honor to introduce our second international speaker, Professor Dr. Parin Somani Madam. Professor Dr. Parin Somani Madam is the CEO of the London Organization of Skills Development, Chief Editor of the Global Research Journal, and serve as supervisor and examiner for postdoctoral scholars at Lincoln University, Malaysia. She is an celebrated academician, internationally recognized best-selling author of 23 books, Hello.
I can't hear you.
Parin ma'am, can you hear my voice?
No, I can't hear you at all. I heard you just now, but not before.
Okay. Am I audible? Parin ma'am, am I audible? Hello. Hello. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible just a second ago. Yes, not before that.
Okay. Once again, good afternoon to everyone. Respected dignitaries, keynote speakers, esteemed guests, and dear participants. Once again, I warmly welcome you all to the continuation of our first international symposium. We hope everyone had a refreshing lunch break and is ready to engage in the insightful sessions that planned for this afternoon. To begin the afternoon session, I would like to invite all of you to participate in the proceedings as we continue our journey of knowledge sharing, collaboration, and inspiration. It is now my honor to introduce our second international speaker, Professor Dr. Parin Somani Madam. Professor Dr. Parin Somani Madam is the CEO of the London Organization of Skills Development, Chief Editor of the Global Research Journal, and serve as Supervisor and Examiner for postdoctoral scholars at Lincoln University, Malaysia. She is an celebrated academician, internationally recognized best-selling author of 23 books, a humanitarian and a motivational speaker. Dr. Parin Somani ma'am has delivered 4 TEDx talks and inspired audiences in 127 countries, including prestigious institutions such as Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford University. She holds 2 PhDs and 6 honorary doctorates. Beyond her academic and professional achievements, she supports 12 global initiatives of London Organization of Skills Development, focusing on education and women's empowerment, continuing to lead with purpose, knowledge, and compassion. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Dr. Parin Somani ma'am to deliver her keynote address. Parin ma'am, now stage
Yes,
is yours, ma'am.
thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for your very beautiful introduction. Just I want to apologize to each and everyone. I've lost my voice. I got a very bad cold and I have a temperature, but I can't let you down at the last minute. This has just happened from last couple of days. I was thinking that I will get recovered, but no, I have come out with a high temperature. But I know it's online and it's not a lot to do, so I did not want to let you down at the last minute. Okay, so you can see my voice is a little bit husky, but trust me, everything will be fine once we go on a track of our presentation. So first of all, I want to say a very good afternoon to each and everyone who have gathered here for this conference of Towards Global Standards in Education, Reflection on India's NEP 2020. I remember in 2020, can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me? Yeah, perfect. So I remember in 2020, Professor Dr. Jagdish Joshi had given me a task on this to prepare something on any NEP. So I would say that yeah, I'm very much familiar how this system works with the NEP for the Gujarat government. So let's look at it. That I also wanted to say our respected Vice Chancellor, honorable dignitaries, esteemed professors, researchers, students, and my buddy, Professor Dr. Joshi. Um, I would like to greet each and every one. It is truly a privilege to be at the Gujarat University as an institution that symbols academic excellence, individual respect for excellence, um, individual respects for educators who shape minds and students who represent the future of India. So today I will share the reflection of India's national education. Keep the slide as it is, do not change at the moment. So, policy 2020, if I reflect back, as as we just reformed the NEP 2020, um, but the transformative while staying rooted in our rich civilization and values. So education is rapidly changing to world. We are living in a time of truly unprecedented changes. Technology is evolving of an extraordinary speed. Artificial system and artificial system are reshaped how we work together, communicate together, and how even we disappear, how we think career that were considered stable or delayed of the way we believe things. But here, instead of that, we are doing it for a stable a decade ago as this is the disappearing while entering the new professional are emerging. So in the global landscape, education can no longer be sustained or be static. It is central. So education must prepare learners to think critically, not just to think critically, not ethically, but just complete the pursuit of ethical. It's not just that you have to think ethically, not mechanically, adapt in continuous, not not resist the change, and the lead ethically, not just compare economically. So India stands a pivotal moment in history. Number one, okay, it's a pivotal history in India on India's NEP 2020. So India is like if you look at it, stands the pivotal moment in history. Which one of the youngest population in the world of our education system has the potential to become to become the strongest catalyst for sustainable development and a global leadership. Next, please. So today's India demographic advantage and responsibility. So India's today stands at a historic crossroads. We are, we are home to one of the youngest population in the world. 65% to 66% of the population is under 35 years, according to PIB and International Labour Organization reports. A statistic. It is tremendous demographic advantage. However, this advantage becomes a divine, becomes a dividend also, and a dividend only when the values, when the values or when they're supported by the quality education. So relevant skill and a strong in the global knowledge economy. So if you look at it, how we work it out, our NEP 2020, the researchers, entrepreneurs, what they are doing here, the responsibility, their responsibility to seek to transform our youth into problem solvers, creators, and leaders every classroom, curriculum, and a researcher's initiative becomes a space where every classroom, where India's future is being shaped. So look at that. The question before us is, are our education system ready to empower them fully? Next, please. Is what do the global standard in education mean? So as we speak about preparing India's youth for future, and an important part is what do we truly mean when we speak of global standards in education? The global standards do not imply imitation, or do they suggest abandoning our identity or cultural roots? Rather, rather, global standards represent a shared commitment to quality, relevance, and impact in education, regardless of geography. So, global standards represent represent quality, number one, relevance, number two, and and impact, the not imitation, remember, not imitation, but leading education system focus on outcome, what students can do with education. So they emphasize critically and creatively thinking. That's the important thing, how they're bringing our children. So disciplinary learning, research, innovation, and ethical principle, enhancing global collaboration and academic credibility, while allowing children to practice. So, global standard means becoming the best version of ourselves, number one. Number two becomes confident. Number three, number three is adaptation to the local context. So global standard means becoming best version, best version of ourselves. And when we become us, becoming like ourselves, what happens? We become confident, competent, and purpose driven. Right? In this way, global standards are not only becoming like others, about becoming the best version of ourselves with confidence, quality, and purpose. Next, please. So, NEP 2020 Transformation Vision. So, having understood the global standard in education, let's now focus on responses. The 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 national education policy 2020 NEP 2020 is the first education policy, okay, which our PMS inspired and helped us to be at that level. That is an amazing step what our Prime Minister Modi has helped to be on track. Okay? And if we look at it, the policy emphasizes access, quality, and excellence, ensuring quality education for all equality for all, and equality and excellence, encouraging quality education, which is very important for regardless of gender or religion or a language. Education for all must be free. We should help them, our brothers and sisters, how they can be on same level. But it's very hard. What we do not think of it, we only think about ourselves. But we should think about others. Next, please. So India's vision, you know, so India's vision is more than a transformation. India's vision is more than a policy, but it is India's vision for future and success. Depends on how thoughtfully we bring it to life. Now, if we look at it, can you do the next slide, please? Moving beyond, moving beyond the role learning. Okay? So, for decades, education focused on the role learning, and the role they are learning, measuring success and how much students would memorize, for example. While this work is going on in the background and it's a past, it is no longer enough for 21st century for for understanding. But today, but today information is everywhere. You can find on YouTube, you can find on all the social media, but information everywhere is there. But what matters is important is understanding, analyzing, and create knowledge. The if you look at it, the National Education Policy 2020 shifts the focus from memorization to conceptual understanding, encouraging, encouraging. What are they encouraging? Promote experiment and inquiry based on learning through projects, through discussion, number two, research, number three, and problem solving. Building creativity, confidence. That this approach nurtures the thinking, and also students who questions assumption, innovation, and contribute meaningfully in addition to facilitating learning. So NEP 2020 is by moving beyond remote learning, okay, at the same time lay foundation for an educators and for the education system that is not future readiness but globally relevant with a deep human experience. Next, please. So, multidisciplinary and a holistic education. So, the nation, okay, I'm talking about the national leadership policy. The national leadership policy um, takes the next step. That's one thing. At the same time, take the next step beyond the role of learning by emphasizing multidisciplinary and a holistic education. So in real life, if you look at the real life, in that one, look at the climate change, climate solving problems, and also we can look at the technology they require to uplift our community. Next, please. So flexibility and academic freedom. So one of the most progressive aspect of NEP is 2020 is strong, emphasize system and academic freedom for longer period and longer term in, in a life defining choice and recognizing that learning is not only straightforward, but each learner has but a journey to follow in a good way. Next, please. So, so skill development and employment. You can see on the chart. Yeah, you can go through the chart one. So skill development and employment. In today's economy, degree alone no longer enough because every employer will graduate with a practical skill. If you don't have practical skills, if you are just with your A class, that doesn't help. It will help bring you to the top level for your interview, but you need to show your skill which is present later. Next, please. Research innovation. Research innovation, knowledge creation. Education is not about learning and existing, about creating. What about creating? What are we talking about creating? We are creating learners what exists. It is about creating a new knowledge, which we already know and which we can put a new knowledge. So national enterprise research at all levels promotes and proposing a national research foundation to fund economic and also to fund coordinating and the mentorship of the research. So even the graduate, undergraduate are encouraged to focus on, on the engineers of a societal information. Next, please. Technology as an education. Go to the next one. Technology as an enabler of education. So, in the 21st century, okay, a virtual lab, global research networks is going to transform how how we access and share and apply knowledge. Two, NEP recognizes this and promotes transformation, um, technology integration, and on an in all levels. Okay. At the same time, it also helps us to bring the bridges geographically in the barriers where we do not lose our future connection. Next, please. So, equality, inclusion, and access. So, excellence. So, excellence, equality, inclusion, and access. So, excellence in education cannot exist without equality. Global standards are measured not just for quality, but by who access to the quality. I'll repeat it again. So global standards are not measured not just by the quality, but but by who has access to the quality. So NEP 2020, NEP 2020 emphasizes equality, inclusion, and access support communities and different background to ensure how how learners can realize their potential. Next, please. Teachers are the pillar of the future. We all know that. Work very hard for our students. We work very much to support our children. Even we support as our own time. So we are doing correctly is the way that we inspire curiosity of our students, empower our potential, and guide the discovery with the shape and to shape the character. So, so what's happening here? By doing that, NEP 2020 commit continuous professional development. Next, please. Indian knowledge system and a global is. So how does that work? So, and as an Indian, as India moves to the global standard, when they are moving towards the global standard in education, it is a nation of education policy 2020 and recognizes the value of the Indian knowledge system. So by doing that, ethical leadership, sustainable and community will bring everything to. Next, please. role of university and an institution. So university, if you look at the role of our university and the institution, is very much involving with the work what we are doing. So university and the institution, pillar of an educational transformation. Number one, policy of NEP provides and the vision, but it understands. But institution should understand the torn vision without reality. Upon this, upon this, students thrive and then ensure institution more cent- more than centers for learners. They are incubators, creativity, and, and a nation building, shaping India's future generation on a global stage. Next, please. The challenges in the implementation. So while the national education, yeah, while the national education policy 2022 provides a bold innovation visionary roadmap. We must acknowledge, we must acknowledge our system is not without challenge. Okay? So implementation requires process, training, mindset shift, and a systematic alignment. Look at the chart, how the chart is flowing. Next, please. So education, peace, and sustainability. So education is not about knowledge and knowledge. Education is about knowledge and skill, about shaping the values and character. NEP 2020 recognizes that education must contribute to peace, social harmony, and sustainable development. Let's conclude. Next, please, concluding the reflection. I invite you. Next slide, please. You can go through that, yeah? I invite you to reflect. Wilson Capital, I invite you to reflect what kind of education system do the NEP 2020 provide a visionary roadmap, but the transformation requires collective efforts and also collect effort from the educators and students. So if you look at it, you look at it embrace the curiosity, it also embrace the responsibility and also local local transformation. Next, please. So this is what we can work on. These are my details. I, I apologize for not. You can see I'm running PPT. I'm shivering, shivering, but it's okay. When you take commitment, you have to be the part of the game. So thank you so much for having me here. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you, and have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. Do you want to know more about London Organization Space Development? You can visit the website. If you want to know more about the conference coming on the 4th of May, the Oxford University is on 2nd till 4th of May. So if you want to be part of it, you can email as at admin at llc.co.uk and you add the reference as application. So you try our best to best. Is there anything I can help you?
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening talk. We are now open the session for question and answer and interaction. If any students have any question, you can come forward near to the laptop and ask question. If you have any question, please raise your hand. Okay, then we can move forward. With this, we conclude the session. On behalf of Government Commerce and Science College, Dahej, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to to Dr. Pareen Somani ma'am, for delivering such an enlightening and academically enriching session. Ma'am, your vast experience, deep insights, and clarity of thought have truly enhanced our understanding of NEP 2020 and its alignment with global standards in education. We are grateful to you for sharing your valuable time and expertise with us today. I would also like to thank all the participants, faculty members, my students, both offline and online, for their active presence and meaningful participation in this session. With this, we formally conclude the session too. Thank you all. Thank you, Parin ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I apologize, but I'll make it up for you for the next time when I come in person. Thank you so much for thinking of me.
Thank
I
you,
want to
ma'am.
say a big thank you to the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Professor Joshi, and each and everyone who have invited me. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.
Thank you. આપણે 10 મિનિટનો બ્રેક લઈએ છીએ. 10 મિનિટ પછી આપણે વેલેડિક્ટરી સેશન અને સર્ટિફિકેટ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશનનો પ્રોગ્રામ સ્ટાર્ટ કરીશું. સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ માટે જે હાઈટી છે એની વ્યવસ્થા નીચે કરેલી છે અને ફેકલ્ટીઝ માટે આપણે અગેન સ્ટાફ રૂમ તરફ જઈશું.
respected chief guest, guest of honor, eminent speakers, respected principal ma'am, distinguished guests, faculty members, colleagues, participants, paper presenter, and dear students. A very good afternoon to one and all. I, Dr. Gaurav Upadhyay, coordinator of this international symposium on towards global standard in education, reflection of India's National Education Policy 2020, warmly welcome you to the valedictory session. First of all, I would like to share a thought that the primary objective of this symposium was to understand whether the national education policy can help us align the Indian education system with the global standards and can enhance the quality education for all. So this was the primary objective, how we can align ourselves with the global standards and uplift our education system. Keeping this objective in mind, I would like to present briefly the overview of today's symposium. We had privilege of two enriched sessions throughout this symposium. The session 1 was conducted by Professor Dr. Jagdish Joshi sir, who talked about the national education policy. He explained in deeply how national education policy is helping Indian education system move towards the global standards through flexibility, skill development, and quality learning. Sir shared a very good lecture with us, which is highly enlightening and enriching. The second technical session was conducted by Professor Dr. Pareen Somani ma'am, where she talked about global standards in education. She also explained the Indian knowledge system and other important dimensions, making the session highly informative. Due to her health, she could not continue for the allocated time. The second overall, both the technical sessions were highly engaging, enriching, and truly contributed to the aim of this symposium. I would like to give some data regarding this symposium. The symposium witnessed participants from 10 different countries, such as USA, Canada, Czech Republic, UK, Kenya, Australia, Austria, Nigeria, Germany, and Switzerland, which truly reflects the global nature of this symposium. Also, active participation from various states such as Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Punjab, and Odisha. A total of 41 research papers were presented during this symposium, out of which 30 were presented in online mode and 11 papers were presented through offline mode. The paper covers diverse thematic tracks such as science, arts and humanities, commerce and management, education and pedagogy, society, development, and policy. All these tracks were aligned with the objectives of National Education Policy 2020. This is all about the brief overview and the data which suggests that we could meet the aim or objectives of this symposium. This is all about the overview of this symposium. Now, if the award sheet is ready, we can move towards the award presentation ceremony. As we all know, the award ceremony is one of the most awaited and important part of any event. Now, we had excellent research presentation from both online and As I was saying, award distribution ceremony is one of the most important and awaited part of any event. We had excellent research presentations from both online and offline mode. As we had discussed earlier, that the entire symposium is divided into 5 different themes. The first theme, the first track was science. Second was arts and humanities. Third was commerce and management. Fourth was education and pedagogy. And fifth, society, development and policy. The awards have been decided considering online and offline paper presentation. Since the track 1, the science track, we received more participation. That's why the award is further subdivided into 3 states: international, 3 level: international, national and state level. Other tracks, we also receive respectable participation. Now, and the criteria for award distributions are, there were total 5 criteria on the basis of which the awards is decided. The first criteria was the quality of research content. The second, presentation and communication skill of the presenter. Third is the novelty of the work, how unique it is. Fourth one, the relevance of the theme of symposium. It should be relevant with the theme of this symposium. And fifth one, how they responded to the queries, question answer, how they could handle it. On the basis of these 5 criteria, it was 50 marks, total it was of 50 marks, and the sheet is ready. Now we can announce the winner in all the categories. First, I would like to announce the track 1, the international level category in the science subject related papers. There were total 2 participation, and the second prize goes to Dr. Hemant Kumar Oza. I would like you all to give a big round of applause to him. The first prize goes to Paul Obesenzo. He is from the Kenya, Technical University of Kenya. In the national level category, in the field of science, the third award goes to Mansi P and Group. It was a tie. It was a tie. So Avasthi P and Group and Miss Lavanya and Group, they are getting the third prize. The second prize goes to Miss Sireen Asifa in the category of science paper presentation, national level. And the first prize goes to Miss Mohsina Sultana. She is from Madras University. So this is all about the national level science paper presentation awards. The third category, again in the track 1, that is the science, where the state level paper were presented. And the third prize goes to third one. Okay. The third prize goes to Miss Bhakti Trivedi from DKV Arts and Science College, Jamnagar. Third prize. Third prize. Again, there is a tie for the third place. Again, Miss Dangar Pooja and Miss Bhakti Trivedi both received the third prize in the state level science paper presentation category. She is from Bhakt Kavi Narsi Mehta University. Second prize goes to Miss Hiral R. Bareja in the state level science category. And the first prize in the state level science category goes to Dr. Priya Mange from Government Science College, Veraval. Congratulations. Next. Now the second category for track 2, 3, 4 and 5, a combined category where the third prize goes to Mr. Jadav Jaisingh Rajesh Bhai. Second prize goes to Mr. Mohammad Tokir Alam. I remember he is from Chandigarh, Punjab University. And the first prize in the general category where track 2, 3, 4 and 5 are combined, the first prize goes to Dr. Ashok Kumar Chunilal. Congratulations. Now for the offline category, the students who have presented, students and research scholars who have presented offline here at Government Commerce and Science College, Dahej, I now request Pujara sir to kindly come on the stage and present the certificate to the awardees. Sir, please. Third prize. Okay. 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 Now I am announcing the third prize from the offline category. The third prize goes for a tie. One is Gohil Vaishali from the Department of Botany. Another one is Patel Sneha from the Department of Physics. Most importantly, both of them are the first year students and getting prize in an international symposium in their first attempt is really a commendable job. I want everyone to give a big round of applause for these girls. Second prize in the offline category goes to Gohil Falguni Ramesh Bhai and Mr. Anuj Gohil. जल्दी आ जाओ. ના અલગ અલગ કેટેગરીમાં છે. One more name is for the second position, Vaishali Viral Singh Kher. Kindly come forward. Okay, the first prize in the offline category goes to Ms. Hemali Shah from the Government Science College, Varecha. I guess she has left already, but is there anyone from the same college or? Science College, Varecha. Okay, somebody on her behalf can take this.
Ma'am, you can take this on behalf.
Okay, the first prize, Ms. Hemali Shah, Government Science College, Varecha. Now the floor is open for the feedback, your valuable suggestions. Now I invite the volunteers who want to give feedback, suggestions, so that we can improve in the future events.
ગુડ ઇવનિંગ ઓલ ઓફ યુ. સો સ્ટેજ ઉપર બિરાજમાન મહાનુભાવો તેમજ સ્ટુડન્ટ અને સાથી અધ્યાપક અને રિસર્ચર મિત્રો, તો સૌથી પહેલાં તો જે થીમ ચૂઝ કરી છે એ બદલ સમગ્ર કોલેજ ટીમનો ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન. કારણ કે જે આપણે એનઈપી આપણે 2020થી છે અને ઓલમોસ્ટ 22-23થી આપણે ચાલે જ છે કોલેજોમાં, પણ હજી સુધી જે લેવલ પર એડપ્ટ થવું જોઈએ હજી થઈ નહીં રહ્યું. તો જે અત્યારે હાઈલી જે એરિયા છે કે એનું ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટેશન જલ્દીમાં જલ્દી થાય એ સૌથી ટોપ પ્રાયોરિટીમાં છે. તો એ જે કરંટ ટોપિક ચૂઝ કરવા બદલ સૌ પ્રથમ તો અભિનંદન. બીજું જે છે કે જે સ્પીકર્સ જે જોશી સર જે છે જે એચઆરડીસીના ડાયરેક્ટર છે અને ઘણા વર્ષોથી આ જ ફિલ્ડમાં છે, અને જે એનઈપી છે અથવા બધા એજ્યુકેશન પોલિસીસમાં એ ખૂબ આગળ પડતા અને એમનું કન્ટ્રીબ્યુશન રહેલું છે, એટલે એમને તમે સ્પીકર તરીકે બોલાવવામાં આવે છે એટલે સૌથી એક સારું આ સિમ્પોઝિયમનું એ રહ્યું. પ્લસ બીજા જે વ્યવસ્થા હતી કે ઓનલાઈન ને ઓફલાઈન બધા પ્રેઝન્ટેશન, પોસ્ટર પ્રેઝન્ટેશન, તો એ બદલ પણ ટીમને ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન. અને સમગ્ર ટીમ કૌરવભાઈ છે, મેડમ છે, અભિષેક સર છે, નીરવ સર છે, મેડમ બધા છે, તો તમામનો જે મહેનત છે એ દેખાઈ રહી છે. અને વોલેન્ટિયર્સ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ પણ બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ જે સરસ રીતે કામ કરે છે અને એના લીધે આ સિમ્પોઝિયમને સફળ બનાવવામાં જેની પણ ભૂમિકા તેનું પણ ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન આપું છું. અને છેલ્લે ફૂડ પણ સરસ હતું એ બદલ પણ થેન્ક યુ. ઓકે, થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ.
Now I invite our chief guest, Pujara sir, for his feedback, suggestions, and blessings. Sir, please.
ગુડ આફ્ટરનૂન વન એન્ડ ઓલ. લગભગ 3 શબ્દનો શબ્દ પ્રયોગ થયો. સવાર પણ એવું જ હતું. મેડમે એક બાઉન્ડ્રી આપેલી કે સર 3 મિનિટ. એટલે પ્રશ્ન થતો કે ભરૂચથી અહીંયા આવું 3 કલાક થાય, 6 કલાક બેસવાનું અને 3 મિનિટ બોલવાનું. વોટ એ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ. ફરી પાછો અત્યારે અવકાશ આપવામાં આવ્યો, ફીડબેક આપવું. સુંદર વ્યવસ્થા, બધું જ સુંદર. પણ હવે જ્યારે વિશેષ ફીડબેક આપવાની વાત આવે છે ત્યારે, અને અગાઉ જ્યારે આપને ત્યાં એઝ એ સેક પિયર ટીમ અને એઝ એ નેક પિયર ટીમ મેમ્બર જે બધી જગ્યાએ જઈએ છીએ એના આધારે જે આપણી થીમ છે ટુવર્ડ્સ ગ્લોબલ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ્સ, તો આ જરા સ્ટાન્ડર્ડમાં આવીને આપણે અટકી જઈએ તો શું બધું જ આપણે હંમેશા સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ પ્રમાણે જ કરીશું કે કરી શકીશું? જો આ જ સિમ્પોઝિયમની સમીક્ષા કરવામાં આવે એક સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ પ્રમાણે ને એની સાથે જે આપણે શબ્દ જોડેલો છે જોડવામાં આવે ઇન્ટરનેશનલ, તો શું હું અત્યારે અહીંયા આ મંચ ઉપરથી ગુજરાતી બોલી શકીશ? એટલે સવારે જ્યારે પ્રથમ ચરણમાં પહેલી વખત મારે બોલવાનું હતું અને જે મારો મુખ્ય વક્તા જોડેનો નાતો હતો 2010માં પહેલી વખત ઓરિએન્ટેશન પ્રોગ્રામમાં રિસોર્સ પર્સન તરીકે જવાનું થયું હતું, અને એમણે જે લેટરમાં લખેલું હતું, પણ ખરેખર ત્યાં ગયા પછી એમણે જે કહ્યું હતું કે ઓડિયન્સ કે એન્કર જે ભાષામાં વાત કરે એ ભાષામાં તમે વાત કરજો. એટલે લીના મેડમે આપની સાથે ગુજરાતીમાં વાત શરૂ કરેલી, એટલે મને એવું થયું કે અત્યારે હવે ગુજરાતી બોલું તો વાંધો નથી. આપેલો સમય પૂરો થઈ જાય છે, પણ જે પાછો મુખ્ય મહેમાન અને ચીફ ગેસ્ટ કયું છે ને, એટલે પ્રિવિલેજ લઈ લઉં એનો, કે સ્ટાન્ડર્ડથી ઉપર જતો રહું તો એકાદ મિનિટ વધારે લઈ લઉં તો વાંધો નથી. પણ મારું આ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડની જગ્યાએ એક વધારાનું સબમિશન આપ સૌને છે કે ઓલવેઝ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ જે છે એ તો અગત્યના છે, ઓફકોર્સ હોવા જ જોઈએ, કોઈ પ્રશ્ન નથી. પણ જ્યારે આપણે ગ્લોબલ કોમ્પિટિશનની વાત કરીએ છીએ, એક્સિલન્સની વાત કરીએ છીએ, એચિવમેન્ટની વાત કરીએ છીએ, ત્યારે આ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડની સાથે એક બેન્ચમાર્ક પણ હોવા જોઈએ. હવે જ્યારે આ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડની સાથે બેન્ચમાર્ક તરીકે આ જ સિમ્પોઝિયઝમને, આ જ પ્રસંગને આપણે મૂકીએ છીએ, તો આપણી પાસે પહેલાં જે કંઈ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડની સાથે કમ્પેરિઝન કરીને આનું જે આયોજન કર્યું ને એમાં જે આખું પ્લાનિંગ, ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશન, સ્ટાફિંગ, ડિરેક્શન, બધી જ ઘટનાઓ પોસ્ટકોર્પ થઈ ગયું. પણ હવે બેન્ચમાર્ક શું આવ્યું તો રજૂ થવા જોઈએ. તો ધીસ ઇઝ ધ બેન્ચમાર્ક. એટલે ઓલવેઝ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઇઝ ડિફરન્ટ થિંગ, બેન્ચમાર્ક ઇઝ ડિફરન્ટ થિંગ. એટલે હવે જ્યારે એક નવી ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યુશન્સ હશે, રૂરલ ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યુશન્સ હશે, ટ્રાઇબલ ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યુશન્સ હશે, ફંડિંગ ઓછું હશે, વિધિન ધ સ્ટેટ હશે, મલ્ટીડિસિપ્લિનરી નહીં હોય, એકાદી જ લેંગ્વેજમાં માત્ર સ્નાતકનો જ અભ્યાસક્રમ ચલાવતી હશે, અનુસ્નાતક કે સંશોધન નહીં ચલાવતી હોય, ત્યારે આપણે એને કેવી રીતે કમ્પેર ગ્લોબલ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ સાથે કરીશું? તો ત્યારે આપણા માટે અગત્યનું બનશે બેન્ચમાર્ક. એટલે વેન વી ટોક અબાઉટ ધ ગ્લોબલ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ, એટ ધેટ ટાઈમ વી નેવર ફોરગેટ અબાઉટ ધ બેન્ચમાર્ક. આટલું મારું આપને એક વિશેષ સજેશન છે. આપ સૌએ મને અહીંયા આમંત્રણ આપ્યું, ઉપસ્થિત રહેવાની તક આપી, આપની સાથે વાત કરવાની તક આપેલી છે, એ બદલ હું આપનો ખૂબ ખૂબ હૃદયપૂર્વક આભાર વ્યક્ત કરું છું. થેન્ક યુ.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Nitin sir for his feedback.
નમસ્કાર. આજના આ ઇન્ટરનેશનલ સિમ્પોઝિયમના વેલિડિક્ટરી ફંક્શનમાં આપ સૌનું સ્વાગત છે. આજનો જે સિમ્પોઝિયમ છે ઓનલાઈન અને ઓફલાઈન મોડમાં હતો. અમારે સાયન્સમાં મારે જે જજ કરવાના હતા પેપર અને સાહેબે એ ઓનલાઈન હતા. એમાં ઇન્ટરનેશનલ અને નેશનલ ટોટલ 9 પાર્ટિસિપન્ટ હતા. 2 ઇન્ટરનેશનલ પાર્ટિસિપન્ટ હતા, એટલે બંને તો આવી ગયા ફર્સ્ટ અને સેકન્ડમાં. બાકીના 7માંથી 5ને સિલેક્ટ કર્યા છે, ફર્સ્ટ, સેકન્ડ, થર્ડ. તો આ બહુ સરસ સિમ્પોઝિયમ હતો. મેડમે અમને આમંત્રણ આપ્યું. મેં તો જો કે રજિસ્ટ્રેશન કરાવ્યું હતું ઓફલાઈન, પણ મેડમની સ્પેશિયલ રિક્વેસ્ટના કારણે હાજર થવું પડ્યું મારે, સમયની વ્યસ્તતા હોવા છતાં. એટલે હું આવી તો ગયો અને મેડમે વધારાની જવાબદારી સોંપી દીધી. મારી કોલેજમાંથી ઘણા સ્ટાફ મિત્રો પણ આવેલા છે. સુંદર વ્યવસ્થા છે અહીંયા. અમને તાજેતરમાં જ મારી કોલેજમાં 6 વર્કશોપ, સેમિનાર અને કોન્ફરન્સ 4મી તારીખે પૂરા થયા આ ટર્મમાં, કેસીજી તરફથી સ્પોન્સર. એટલે આ પાછો નવો ઇવેન્ટ આજનો 4મી તારીખે પહોંચ્યો અને આ 6ઠી અહીંયા હાજર થયો હું. તો આ જે સિમ્પોઝિયમ છે ખૂબ જ સરસ છે. આ જોઈને મને પણ મારી કોલેજમાં નેક્સ્ટ ટર્મમાં હવે કરવાનું મન થાય છે કે ઇન્ટરનેશનલ સિમ્પોઝિયમ કે આવું પેપર પ્રેઝન્ટેશન કરીએ, જેથી કરીને રિસર્ચ કરતા વિદ્યાર્થીઓને ફાયદો થાય. અને અમારી કોલેજમાં તો ઘણો મોટો હોલ છે, એટલે બધાને ઓપન ઇન્વિટેશન આપું છું અત્યારથી જ. એટલે બધા પાર્ટિસિપેટ કરજો અને અમારી કોલેજમાં જરૂરથી પધારજો. મેડમને ધન્યવાદ આપીએ આટલું સુંદર આયોજન કરવા બદલ. ખૂબ જ સુંદર વ્યવસ્થા છે. ઇન્ટિરિયર હોવા છતાં 1.5 કલાકનું ટ્રાવેલિંગ કરીને આવવું પડે અહીંયા, તે છતાં આટલી મોટી સંખ્યામાં વિદ્યાર્થીઓ અને સ્ટાફ હાજર છે અહીંયા, એ નોંધનીય છે અને ખરેખર પ્રશંસાને પાત્ર છે. ધન્યવાદ. થેન્ક યુ ઓલ.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to add something about sir. As in his category, out of 9, only one person or one presentation was from the chemistry. And even though there was only one presentation from chemistry. Sir sit here for 2 hours, which shows his dedication towards the assigned role, which is really inspiring for us that out of 2 hours, he hardly has to judge for 10 minutes. Really, I would like you to all give a big round of applause for this. He stood here for 2 hours just because he was assigned a role. And this shows his dedication. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Ravia, sir, sir, please.
Namaste. Those who are right now watching online, so just one line for you. Best of luck for your future good presentations. Now focus on that NEP. જે ભાષામાં જે રીતે સમજાય એ સમજી લેવું એટલે NEP. કંઈક સમજાવવું તો જોઈએ. આ NEP. અને જ્યારે when is your front, the large mass or those who are understand whatever the language, you follow this. એટલે સરે જે બધી વાત કરી કે જ્યારે આપણી સામે મોટો માસ છે એ જે ભાષામાં સરળતાથી સમજે, એવું નથી કે તમે અંગ્રેજીમાં નથી સમજતા, પણ ગુજરાતીમાં વધારે ઝડપથી સમજી જાઓ છો, કંઈક કાયદા વગર પણ કંઈક સમજી જાઓ છો, આંખના ઈશારાને પણ સમજી જાઓ છો. તો એ જે NEP સિસ્ટમ છે એ આપણા સિલેબસમાં છે. તો ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ ઓલ પ્રિન્સિપાલ મેડમ અને એમની સમગ્ર ટીમ માટે તો હું પહેલાં જોરદાર તાળીઓ પાડીશ કે ખૂબ જ સરસ મજાનું આયોજન કર્યું. ઘણી બધી કોન્ફરન્સમાં જવાનું થાય છે પણ સરસ મજાનું કોન્ફરન્સ મને અહીંયા જોવા મળી અને મારી જે લોંગ જર્ની હતી 12 કલાકની એનો મને થાક ઉતરી ગયો છે એટલે બીજા 12 કલાક આ યાદોમાં પાછા વયા જશે, કોઈ વાંધો નથી. તો સરસ મજાનું આયોજન. ફૂડ છે એ એક શું કહેવાય જરૂરી નથી પણ તેમ છતાં જરૂરી બને છે. એટલે સવારથી લઈને અત્યાર સુધી હજી હેલું નથી એમ કહે તોય ચાલે. ખૂબ સરસ મજાનું જે લોકોની સ્ટાફની અને તમારા લોકોની જે મીઠાશ હતી એટલું સરસ મીઠાશભેરું ભોજન અમને મળ્યું છે. સો થેન્ક યુ ઓલ. જે બધું સારું કહીએ તો કંઈક બે વસ્તુ કેવી જોઈએ, બરાબર છે. આમ કે નાના છોકરાને કે ભાઈ ચાંદલો કરીએ કાળો, એ દેખાવો નથી. તો ઇન ફ્યુચર આપણે જ્યારે ઓનલાઈન પ્રેઝન્ટેશન્સ કરીએ તો એમાં સજેશન છે મેડમ કે એમના જે પ્રેઝન્ટેશન છે ને પહેલેથી મગાવી લઈએ, જેથી કરીને શેરિંગના જે ઇસ્યુ થતા હતા અથવા કોઈને ફાવતું હતું કોઈને નહોતું ફાવતું તો એ વધારે સ્મૂધલી વધુ આપણી સંસ્થાનું વધારે સારું થઈ શકે. તો એના માટે થઈને ઇન ફ્યુચર કદાચ આવું ઓનલાઈન સેશન હોય તો અગાઉથી હોય તો આ બધા જે ઓફલાઈનના કે નેટવર્કના ઇસ્યુના લીધે થાય. બાકી ઓવરઓલ ઇઝ ટુ ગુડ. અને આપ સૌ જે બધા વિદ્યાર્થીઓ છે અને ભવિષ્યમાં જુનાગઢ સાઈડ આવવાનું થાય તો સાહેબે જેમ આમંત્રણ આપ્યું તેમાં ભક્ત કવિ નરસિંહ મહેતા યુનિવર્સિટી ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ ઓફ લાઈફ સાયન્સ કે જેમાં બોટની માઇક્રોઝૂલોજી ચાલે છે તો ત્યાં આપ આવો. માસ્ટર કરવું હોય, PhD કરવું હોય કે ફરવા આવવું હોય, જે રીતે હોય આપ પરિવાર સાથે આવો. વિશ યુ ઓલ ધ બેસ્ટ ટુ ઓલ ઓફ યુ. થેન્ક યુ મેમ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable suggestions and feedback. Now, the floor is open for the students. If they want to give any feedback, any suggestions, improvement, or anything else, not just for the students, anyone from the dais or the faculty members from other colleges. Any student? Anyone? તમારો કોઈ પ્રતિભાવ હોય, ફીડબેક, કમ ફોરવર્ડ. આપણી જ કોલેજ છે. Okay, so if there is no okay.
આજે અમે સવારના અહીંયા આવેલા અને ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ આવો સેશન અમે જોઈન કરેલો છે કારણ કે અમે FY BScના સ્ટુડન્ટ છીએ એટલે અમને કંઈ ખબર ન હતી, મીન્સ કે કેવી રીતે પીપીટી બનાવવાની છે, કેવી રીતે પ્રોજેક્ટ તૈયાર કરવાના છે. તો અમારી દરેક ફેકલ્ટીએ અમારી ખૂબ જ હેલ્પ કરી છે. અમને ખૂબ જ સારો એક્સપિરિયન્સ મળ્યો છે કે કેવી રીતે હવે પ્રેઝન્ટેશન આપવી જોઈએ, બહાર જ્યારે યુનિવર્સિટીમાં જવું હોય તો કેવી રીતે બધું પ્રેઝન્ટ કરવું જોઈએ, કેવા કેવા ક્વેશ્ચન પૂછાય છે. અને નવા નવા વ્યક્તિઓ સાથે અમે મળ્યા, નવા ફ્રેન્ડ્સ બન્યા, તેમજ અલગ અલગ કોલેજના સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ આવ્યા, તો ખૂબ સારું લાગ્યું.
We can take one more feedback, last one. Okay.
NEP 2020 જે મતલબ જ્યારથી ચાલુ થયું છે અને અમારા સબ્જેક્ટમાં ત્યારથી એક BKS કરીને સબ્જેક્ટ તૈયાર થયો છે. સર હંમેશા જેની વાત કરી રહ્યા છે, જે બહુ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ સબ્જેક્ટ છે. આપણે જે પાસ્ટમાં શું થયું છે અને એનાથી શું શીખવા મળે, જે નવી નવી સ્ટોરીઓ, નવી નવી કહાનીથી આપણને સર હંમેશા અમને કહેતા હોય છે કે એ વસ્તુ તમારા સિલેબસમાં એડ કરવાનું હતું પણ થતું નહોતું. પણ જેવી રીતે NEP 2020 આવ્યું છે, એનાથી બહુ નવા સબ્જેક્ટ્સ, નવી વસ્તુઓ અને નવી નવી વસ્તુઓ એડ થઈ છે, જેના કારણે અમને બહુ શીખવા મળે છે. અને જેવી રીતે વાત કરેલી કે કેનેડામાં જે વસ્તુ સ્ટોરની વાત કરેલી કે જેમાં પૈસા ડાયરેક્ટ એવું કહે છે કે તમે જ્યારે મન થાય ત્યારે આપી શકો છો, તમે પહેલાં ખાઈ લો. એટલે એ બધી વસ્તુઓ આપણી અંદર નેચર કેવું હોવું જોઈએ, એ બધી NEPમાં આપણે ઓવરઓલ ખાલી એજ્યુકેશનના પાછળ નહીં ભાગવાનું, એ નહીં શીખવાડતા. આપણે ઓવરઓલ કેવી રીતે સારા ઇન્સાન બનીએ, કેવી રીતે એજ્યુકેશન હાથે જાય, કેવી રીતે સ્ટેજ આગળ મતલબ આપણો દેશ આગળ જાય, એ બધી વસ્તુ એક હંગાતે આપણે એક નેશન ઇકોસિસ્ટમ તરીકે આપણે આગળ જવાનું છે. તો આપણે બધા રીતે આગળ જઈએ. અને હું બધી ફેકલ્ટી છે, બધા સર યા મેમને હું થેન્ક યુ કહું છું કે બે સર, એક મેમને એક સરે જે લેક્ચર આપ્યો, હું એમને ધ્યાન રાખીશ. બધાને થેન્ક યુ સો મચ.
One award left for distribution. It is in the offline category. The third prize in the offline poster presentation category, it goes to Mr. Joshi Banti Kumar Ramesh Chandra. Sir, kindly come forward. I now invite Pooja.
જેમને જ્યુરી તરીકે કામ કર્યું છે, આ નિખિલ સર અને રંકેશ સર તો છોટા ઉદેપુરના છે, ભરત સર ગુજરાતના છે, ક્યાંના છે બાકી ખબર તો નહીં.
આ બધાને હમણાં
આપી દેવાના જ્યુરી તરીકે.
Now, because many of the eminent personalities were assigned some of the roles and they did it tremendously, we would like to give them the letter of appreciation. For these, I invite Leena ma'am to come forward. First letter of appreciation is for Dr. Nitin B. Patel, Nitin sir. As I told you that he did tremendous job for standing here for 2 hours. He served as a jury member in the Science International and National category. Dr. Rajesh Ravia sir from Department of Botany, Bhakt Kavi Narsi Mehta University, Junagadh. He also served the role of jury member in the science category for international and national poster presentation. As a jury member, Dr. Rinkesh Barot sir has served as a jury member in the offline poster presentation category. Dr. Nikhil Savania sir, he also served as a jury member in the offline poster presentation category. Dr. Bharat Prajapati, again as a jury member in the offline poster category. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so we are about the ending of this symposium. Before I proceed to the official vote of thanks, I would like to share some of the thoughts while we were preparing for the proposal for this international symposium. When we prepared this proposal and while presenting this proposal at the CHE, we were in state of dilemma and confusion whether we would be able to proceed with this international symposium as it requires a large scale and higher manpower. We don't have that much manpower. However, the underlying concept for submitting the proposal was that some of the academic limelight should reach here at Government Commerce and Science College, Dahej. It was an emotional moment, and after the relentless work by principal ma'am, the staff members, dedicated staff members, and all the active participation from you, now we can say that belief is finally taken some shape. Thank you very much. It was something very close to our hearts that we were very much worried that we have submitted the proposal, it was accepted. Now how we can execute this one? It was really difficult for us, and believe me, we all felt the heat today. We were on our feet today, so it was very difficult, but somehow with all the help from the jury members, the moderators, and volunteers, students, staff members, everyone combined their efforts, and finally we could achieve this. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to propose the formal vote of thanks. On behalf of organizing committee, I express my sincere gratitude to Chief Patron Shri Dilip Rana Sir, Commissioner of Higher Education, Patron Dr. Yogesh Yadav Sir, State Nodal Officer RUSA and PM Usha for accepting our proposal and extending financial support under KCG, RUSA and PM Usha scheme. Without this financial support, it would be very difficult to conduct this symposium. Thank you very much. I express my sincere gratitude to our eminent speakers, Joshi Sir and Somani Ma'am, for accepting our invitation and delivering enriching and informative lectures. Thank you to them. My sincere thanks to today's chief guest, Pujara Sir, Anila Ma'am, and guest of honor, Neha Ma'am, for gracing this occasion with their presence. Thank you. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Honorable Principal Ma'am and the convener of this symposium for her vision, dedication, support, encouragement, and most importantly, believing in us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. We sincerely acknowledge the support of all advisory committee members, jury members. Some of the jury members are present here. Some of them were joined through online mode. Nitin sir, Ravia sir, Bharat sir, Rinkesh sir, Nikhil sir, thank you very much. Moderator, some of them were connected through online mode, some of them through offline mode. I sincerely thank sir for his support as a moderator. Again, he single-handedly conducted an entire track of 10 to 12 presentation. Thank you very much, sir, for your support and help. We sincerely thank principal and faculty members of different colleges and universities whose presence added value to this symposium. Thank you. My sincere thanks to all the delegates, research scholars, paper presenters, and participants across the globe for your active participation. Although I am the coordinator officially, but I must acknowledge the support of my friends and colleagues here. I must mention their names. Dr. Milvi Vyas, Assistant Professor Botany. I request everyone to please give a big round of applause. Ms. Shilpa Ranpura, Assistant Professor Physics. Dr. Nirav Pandya, Assistant Professor Physics. Mr. Abhishek Vishwakarma, Assistant Professor Botany. I must say that they have contributed more than me in the success of this symposium. Thank you very much. I would, last but not the least, I would like to thank volunteers, students, non-teaching staff, technical team, and whoever contributed in the success of this symposium. Thank you very much. Before we finally conclude, I would like to recall the first line of National Education Policy 2020 Vision Document. Quote, it says, education is fundamental for achieving full human potential, developing an equitable and just society, and promoting national development, unquote. With humility, we believe that this international symposium has contributed in a very small extent to the larger and broader vision of NEP 2020. Thank you very much. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Now I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
गाइस मैं तो अपने सारे फैन से मिल रही हूँ हर रोज, बस आप नहीं दिखे। जी हाँ।